Does anyone remember this movie? That's right, Antz, the very first CGI animated movie by DreamWorks, and one of my favorites growing up. Well, did you know that Antz made its way to the Game Boy Color? Yeah! Antz was developed by the formerly known DreamWorks Interactive, who later was acquired by EA and became EA Los Angeles, and is known for the creation of the Medal of Honor series. This is actually one of the first movie licensed games I ever owned, back when it was exciting to see your favorite movies in a game. Sure, now the very thought about it makes me sick, but I'm pretty sure every gamer had a similar experience growing up. So when I got my hands on Antz on the Game Boy, my life was complete. Until I played it and fucking hated it. Now I can't really remember why, maybe because it was too hard, because I only remember getting to like the 3rd level. My child mind simply couldn't accept what Antz had to offer. So while I was organizing my games, I came across it after what, 10 plus years, and decided to check it out, because hey, why not? So let's see what Antz on the Game Boy Color is all about, and if it really does suck as much as I remember. First thing I noticed is how French is the first selectable language. I'm the kind of person that spams A like a madman upon starting up games, expecting every option I need to be at the top, and not noticing this the first time made me think the game was actually in French. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. Now the menu is nice, we hear that cheerful music, and see the iconic movie cover. So every level comes with text at the beginning, telling you what's going on. My favorite part about this is how you can just hold A to make it go faster. Why doesn't more games have this? I mean, this is fast enough to justify not being able to skip it altogether. So here we are, and as you can see, it's a 2D platformer. Now every 2D platformer needs a Goomba-like enemy, which in this case is one of these. Now, I don't remember much from the movie, but I'm pretty sure these are ant larvas. And I'm going around murdering them? As far as following the story of this movie, I'm not sure, but hey, all that counts is the gameplay, so let's get into it. Besides jumping, you can shoot what I presume to be sights, which makes more sense considering I'm an ant worker. You also need ammo for them, but you mostly need them for knocking down stones or breaking them. My only complaint is the controls. That feels just a little bit floaty, but you get used to them. Wait, since when am I playing Sonic the Hedgehog? And not even that, by collecting 100 of them, you get an extra life. Why rings? The music is also quite catchy, but nothing I would brag about. Don't you hate games where water drops deal damage? Well, I guess it makes more sense here. And it also reminds me of the movie where water drops would fall and almost drown them, and generally having water as a main concern. I'm actually quite satisfied so far. The first level was a nice introduction to the game, didn't feel repetitive, and taught me the controls and mechanics of the game without any text bubbles popping up. So in the next level, 2 things surprised me. For one, the music changed. From a game like this, I thought it would be using the same boring track over and over, so this is a good thing. And it's a nice tune. Second, you already have a new objective in the level. Yeah, already some more variety. You have to find ant workers in order to build a ladder to the exit of the level. The level design has also gotten more open-ended, and doesn't require me to collect all the workers, just enough to get out. Which means I can pretty much do the level in the order I please, which is just awesome. So the only reason to actually get all of them is to reach a bonus which is further to the left. At first, these keys confused me, but it seems like after a certain amount, you'll gain a password for the level. Other than that, there's not much else to say about level 2. Besides that, damn rock! Next level is the bar fight. Now I remember that, I think. This level also has a new soundtrack, which is actually kinda cool. And these damn ants throwing drinks at me. Just why are they attacking me? Well, I guess it's called a bar fight for a reason. But it gets even more ridiculous as another enemy is ant soldiers. I really gotta rewatch this movie as I have no idea what's going on. Something worth mentioning, you can shoot your sights diagonally upwards, which is kinda cool. There's also the leaves that you need to keep bouncing on in order to get higher up. I really like the level design so far. Oh, and some sort of power up? Well, this will freeze all enemies for a while it seems. Kinda random so far, as this is the extent of enemy movement. Now you're probably wondering, how could I think this game was difficult growing up? Just trust me, it's harder than it looks. So level 4. The furthest I have ever gotten. This is where it gets more challenging, as the level is more about platforming than shooting your own people. Nailing down these jumps can be quite difficult considering the controls are a bit, you know. But with some practice, it's fine. And again, the music, I'm actually having a good time. I don't know why I hated this game. I mean, fine, it's not great, it's just a mediocre 2D platformer on the Game Boy Color, but hate? I was a strange kid. Well, that's pretty much it for this level. A lot of jumping over spikes, and a shitload of Sonic rings. Now this is exciting, it's sort of like playing a new game at this point. Oh hey look, it's that friend that dies in the battle. Spoilers! Oh yeah, I remember this shit. Level 5 is basically the war against the termites. That shit was epic for a children's movie. I can only say that this level is awesome, with a tense soundtrack, throwback to the movie, and increase in difficulty and just straight out fun. I'm serious, I'm digging this game. god damn it, can a game just be good? So the Goombas had a bit of recoloring it seems, but that's all that has changed about them it seems. What are they even doing in the battlefield? The most annoying part though are the termites coming out of the holes. Now, they don't come out of every hole, just some of them, so you can never be too careful. Another problem with the game is the occasional leap of faith. You can't always see what's underneath you, even by crouching to pan the camera down, which may have caused a death or two. And yeah, back to the difficulty. Game is hard. No checkpoints, just extra lives. Well, it took some time, but I finally made it through. Now what is this? Another lovely soundtrack? Why is this game not bad? I want it to be bad. I don't want to like it. It means that all these years, I've had this game and hated it for no good reason. Here we have another unique level with some free-falling collecting rings, then pretty much exploration for the exit. I love the open level design. My favorite part is bouncing around on these leaves. It just feels so satisfying for some reason. And once again, I make my way out, ready for the next level with a smile. Oh, I'm outside? Fuck yeah, I'm out in the forest and holy shit what a leap in difficulty. It's like I'm playing a new game all of a sudden. This time it's more about keep going to the right, bouncing along flies and well, here goes. The music! I can't believe I'm fanboying over Antz on Game Boy Color. What has the world come to? I'm just genuinely surprised that this game is, well, I'm just gonna say it. It's good! Yes, it's fucking hard, the controls aren't perfect, and sure, the Sonic rings make no goddamn sense, but the variety, the level design, the lovely soundtrack, I mean, how can you hate this game? Like, seriously, well, I didn't say you guys did, you probably didn't even know it existed. I mean, who even owns this? I've looked up videos on YouTube, no Let's Plays, no retro reviews, nothing. Just some short minute clips of the first few levels. Could this be a rare gem on the Game Boy Color? Regardless, I'm actually happy to own this. My library of games mostly consists of very known games from Nintendo. You know, from the classics to the big boys like Super Mario 3D World and Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So it's just nice to actually have something, you know, unique, I guess you could say. Well, after some serious struggling, I made it to the next level. Nothing can go wrong from here, right? Fuck this game! The next level is the biggest fucking asshole imaginable. The first thing that sprung to mind was awesome memories of the movie. You know, when they encountered humans? I was even thinking about it as I was playing through the previous level, wanting a level based on that. And oh boy, do I regret it. This boss, or whatever you want to call it, is a complete joke. It's the most cruel thing I've encountered. I have no idea how to get past it. I've tried everything imaginable, from trying to fight back to just keep avoiding, but it never ends, and even if it does, you won't see past the first minute. Just look at this cheap pattern. Just how the fuck are you supposed to avoid this? There's no indication of what it'll do. It just never fucking ends. What a disgusting level. What a complete and utter joke. And what are these rings even for? Am I supposed to collect them as I'll knock them down? This game taught me that the rings serve as a way to gain extra lives, so they can't be related to beating the boss. That would make no sense. So guess what? That's it. I can't get past him. My game ends here. Well, I'm guessing this is like the last boss or something, because I actually ran out of lives and continues. Yeah, you only get one continue. After that, it's game over. You have to start all over. Thankfully, you have passwords. But guess what? I don't fucking remember them. So I'm going through the entire game again, hoping to get back, writing down the passwords in case I die midway, and for future reference. Now I'm back, but shit's still impossible. Nah, no, I give up. This is ridiculous. Even if it's doable in some sick way, I won't take part in this. This is the pimple I will shallowly not overlook. This game went complete 180 on me. Up until this level, the flow was so perfect. How did they manage to fuck this up so bad? It's like they managed to make everything else so great, and yet screw this up completely. And listen to the fucking music. They were using the third level soundtrack. I guess the designers were like, fuck this level themselves. I mean, why even bother creating a track for it? What filth. This has ruined the game for me. So just out of curiosity, let's see if there's any passwords out on the internet. Maybe there's more after this. 19 levels? There are 19 levels in this game? Are you serious? I've only reached halfway? Like, that was just a pit stop? 19 levels! I could never have imagined that this obscure game I owned for all these years had 19 levels of content and variety. Unfucking believable! I won't stand for this. Level 9, here I come. I won't go into much more detail. The rest of the game is quite enjoyable, still keeping up with some variety and soundtrack. Like this level where you're flying on a bee in some sort of side-scrolling space shooter. At the end of the game you'll encounter levels similar to the first two, just more difficult. Like the last level, having the ladder mechanic of collecting workers back. It makes more sense though, as this happened in the movie. Oh my fucking god. No, they didn't. There's another boss level? That's right, they didn't end with just a magnifying glass terror, but decided to ruin another iconic scene. the fucking shoe scene. And it's the same fucking thing, but somehow even more cheap. It's the same fucking music with the same fucking mechanics, just one more major bullshit addition. You have a 50% chance to get hurt even if you manage to dodge, as he'll pull his shoe to a random direction instead of going up. Look at this. How are you supposed to avoid this? No, you can't. You can't. This is impossible. I've been patient enough, trying every strategy at no avail. I would love this game if it weren't for these two pathetic bosses, and I tend to hold grudges and won't let small things like this go away. Well, there are only 2 out of 19 levels, right? Well, if I can't fucking get past them, how would I get to experience the rest of the game without cheating? How would any kid? I'm done with this. I won't forgive it. This is getting me in a really shitty mood. This game gets an ass out of 13 apples covered in Red Bull, and it's sugar-free. Fuck this game! It has ruined my day. It tricked me into loving it, right before throwing every shred of potential right out the window. Just come on, pirates, go emulate this shit. Use the level 8 code and beat the boss. Come on, go ahead, I dare you. You can't, you fucking can't. The end. No. Bye! You have been watching the first episode of Jesper's Lost Library. Will Jesper only show shitty games and rip off AVGN, JonTron Show and the like again? We'll just have to wait and see, but I like to keep things varied here on JLG, so expect something else next time. I still have top 10s to make, alongside other ideas which are very hush-hush. Don't forget to check out my secondary channel, The Alcrat, where I play games with my British friend Ryan, and even do a solo Let's Play series called Jesper Plays. You can also follow me on Twitter and check out my Trello board for live progress and updates on my upcoming videos. I like to drink milk. Never mind, I can't stand milk. I'd rather die than drink milk. Do you even know where milk comes from? Lord of the Rings chess. Pringles, Madagascar. What am I even saying? And what do you mean Obama eats popcorn on Sundays? That pillow looks nice and I'm just gonna eat it. That's what the script says!